Damn, MSG, the first one there. It gets a wave. Just taking a second for everybody to get in. Oh my gosh. Hi guys. Hi Destiny. Hi Angie. Hey Dean. Yeah, they go up real fast, don't they, dude? Pagan, I'm good. Holy crap. Really good. What a great week. Crazy week. A lot happened this week. We'll talk about this tomorrow too, but man, I can't get over how great the reception to Breathe has been. And just the stories that have come out with it. I don't know if you saw, but Angela did this amazing painting that fucking wrecked me. If you haven't seen it, it's on my story for sure. It's on her post. I think I put a post in there. If not, I need to. So yeah, that's been incredible. It's been a good week of work. Yesterday I was in this room from like 8:30 to 6:30, and it got hot, like really warm. So that was, it was fun. My booth gets really hot. No one's late, Amy. You're right on time. We haven't really started yet. I do have, I have something that I woke up this morning and I wanted to share with you guys. So I want to see when we start kind of leveling off, maybe like give it another minute or so, because I'm really hoping that people jump in for this. Do we break there it goes. Who's in here? Who have I not said hi to yet? Stephen Wayne 52, doing great, man. Staying very safe, dude. This is the hair skis right here. There's some quarantine business, and then that is just too Johnny Bravo for this moment. You know what I mean? Like we're just gonna leave it there. You know what's funny, A squared, is I'm not wearing my socks right now, but David C. who's in surprised me with some wonderful socks that I can't wait to show you guys for tomorrow. Oh, that's awesome. He was listening to it, or she was listening to it. Tommy, that's great. I'm so grateful. This thing has really helped a lot of people. I think the whole point of it, and again, we'll talk about this tomorrow, but the whole point of it was to A, show what we could do together, and B, maybe help articulate the way that some people have been feeling. And that's the songs that I really resonate with, is the ones that go, oh man, that's how I was feeling. Hi Hannah, Tiny Hannah. There's that black heart from your dark heart, David. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. Thanks, just like a thief. It's an interesting thing to say, but I see you, dude, or girl. I don't know. The Moon Alchemist, the D.L. Hughley hat is high up on a shelf. That's a fancy hat. All right. So last week was so much fun. We got to have, there was finding this thing out, and I did the goofy little intro and stuff. This morning I sat out. I've got a rocking chair outside in the back garden, and I wrote something this morning, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So strap in. You may feel that I've been a bit abstract about what I'm doing, that I'm intentionally going slow with announcing. I've just been taking my time. to really think about what it is that I want to do. Because I have been dwelling on this. I've been trying to crack this nut, suffice to say, for a while now. It is my first thought in the morning and the last thought at night. I am obsessed with my dreams. I am consumed by my passions. And I am fixated and fascinated with other people who are the same. This won't be for everyone. I can't make you like me, and I'm not going to try. I can't promise you this will always be funny, but I can promise you it won't always be sad. From time to time, you may see me reading notes. And that's because most of the time, my mind is a chaotic mess of thoughts. And I really care about clearly communicating what I want to talk to you about. So I write it down, so I won't forget. And I read it so I don't get distracted. Because I often get distracted. It won't be perfect. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes. But if you're down to forgive some missteps and stick with me, I really think that we can do some cool things together. The whole goal of this is for you to understand who I am, so that everything I do in the future, you understand why. It is not a show. A show instantly evokes a barrier by means of presentation. Lights, camera, whatever. A show begs you to watch, to like and subscribe. A conversation invites you to lean in and listen, to participate. A show hopes you're entertained. A conversation hopes you're changed. I just want to tell stories, and I want to make music, and I want to play some goddamn video games. Without any shtick, without a premise. The way I play games, which is typically open mouth, slack-jawed, looking like an idiot, and occasionally online with some friends, where the game either becomes an escape or a backdrop and a really good excuse for me to hang with people I care about. There will be a place for those who want to support what I'm doing. Not just with money, but with their involvement. And there will be a place for those who just want to watch. You may think that I'm artsy-fartsy, that I use too many big words. And you're not wrong. So if that turns you off or winds you up, this may not be the place for you. And the beauty of the internet is that it is a rich swath of refuge, a cornucopia, if you will, wherein one might find humor and mindless respite. That was a bit over the top. Okay. It won't be that bad. But if you're anything like me, you kind of want to know why. Why the big words? Some part of you that wants to know the story. And that's a story I want to tell. Look, just like you, I get one go around on this planet. And if someone gives me the opportunity and the platform to be heard, I'll be damned if I'm not going to say something. If that's what you're here for, if that is what you're looking for, if that's the kind of community you really want to be a part of, let's get into it. Cool. Norma Grace, I'm sure you are. But if you want to stay confused, by all means do that. But if you want to clear up that confusion, come on. This is where we're going with this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, man. That's all I got. That's really all that I've got. I don't want to fuck around. And I know exactly what I want this thing to be. I know exactly where I want to take it. And I don't want to pander. And I don't want to plead. And I don't want to present. I want to fail with you guys and have you call me on it. So that when I get better, you can point to that and go, look how far we've come. That's the shit that I'm into. So yeah, more Q&As. Absolutely. I want this thing to be interactive and not. I want it to be truly interactive from the top down and unilaterally. I want you guys to be a part of this. I like games. I make games. And I do that because I love the interaction. I love TV. I love watching stuff. But I love being able to interact and have agency. And I figure that's kind of you guys too. So I want to be able to offer that in some way. Batcave 11. You got names for this yet? Yeah. Like I said, man, I wake up every morning and this is what I'm thinking about. This is what I've been chomping at the bit for the last while. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate that support. Keyword of interactive is active. Damn straight. I've always hated the word passive. And I had teachers that told me you have such potential. And I was like, well, the opposite of potential is kinetic. I want to be kinetic. That's who I want to be. I want to be kinetic. I'm not changing. There's nothing kinetic in my name, by the way. Shoe Edwards. What do you think? That's a great thing. Where do you guys want to see this live? Do you want it to be on Instagram? It would remain kind of like in this format, because you can't really do much with, you can put stuff on Instagram TV, I guess, but it only lives for a certain amount of time. Or would you rather see it be on YouTube, where we can kind of scale it a little bit and it'll be cataloged and archived so people are able to interact a little bit more and be there. So YouTube or Instagram. YouTube seems perfect. Okay, cool. YouTube. I'm seeing a lot of people say YouTube. YouTube. Twitch, maybe? I don't know. The one thing I'm concerned about is like doing some stuff on YouTube, doing some stuff on Twitch, doing some stuff on Instagram, so people are kind of having to chase me around. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions. If you guys think it's best to have everything kind of in one place, great. YouTube, Dean, Angie, Steven, I listen to you guys, so cool. All right, cool. We'll look into that. Thank you, Kay. Thank you, Scaldy Panda. Is it a place where we can beat Raiden? That's what I really want to know. What's the channel name? Coming. I did not want to get on here and tease a bunch of stuff out. I believe in going, boom, this is it, and dropping it. I'm a day and date kind of guy. Those have been the best. Like, I've sat there in the E3 press conferences and stuff, and people come out and are like, this is going to be the thing that we're going to do, and this is going to be the game, and this is what it's called, and it's available right now, and people just lose their minds. That's the guy that I am. I don't want to say maybe we do this and maybe it's going to look like this. I know exactly what it's going to look like. I know exactly who's going to be a part of it. I know exactly what it's going to be called. But I get one shot at this, and I don't want to fuck it up. So I'm being when I talk about growth, I'm being patient, and that's not me. It's not me at all. I'm learning to be patient. Cool. Would you get a full home studio tour? Dude, I mean, I could spin this thing around. You get to see it real quick. It is not illustrious, and it is not fancy, but it's mine, and it's where I'm starting from. And the cool thing is right now we can do this right here. So, yeah, man, Pagan, this is exciting. I'm really excited. I had a great call about this the other day, and we there's some shit we're gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna say. Breathe changed a lot. It really changed a lot, because what I saw from you is that, when I say you, the community, is that you guys really want to be involved in this. And what happens when you get involved in it? You take my idea and you make it better. Incredible. So I want to do more of that. There's a lot of stuff that I can do by myself, and I will. But what I really get excited about is when I can partner with people that take this thing and explode it. If you don't know what we're talking about with Breathe, it's on every streaming platform. You can get it for free. You can whatever. Just listen to the song. It's a song. There's someone just cool. There's in about 3 weeks, I sat down at this piano, and because I put a challenge out when quarantine started, I was like, this is a perfect opportunity for you guys to not only create, but share. And there's one thing to create in isolation, but to me, art becomes art when it's shared and when it's interpreted. So I put out this thing, I was like, you gotta share your art. And then I shut up, I didn't do anything. And I was like, dude, you gotta step up and put your money where your mouth is. And so I sat down at this piano and looked at that window, and I wrote a song, and it just fell out of me. It doesn't always happen that way. And so I reached out to the people that I trust the most, and I was like, hey, can you help me make this better? And then I had an idea. I was like, there's one voice that starts in this song, but what if that one voice became surrounded by a chorus? How do I get a chorus of people in quarantine? And so I just threw it out, and there were two people specifically that were incredibly influential and critical to making that happen. Chris in VR and Robot Ninja Shark. Those two people specifically did so much to help facilitate this and gave people, they became an aggregator of, and we're not talking like 5 or 10, there were like 85 people that submit from all over the world. Almost 100 people participated. We got up to 95 people. 95 people participated in this project, and all of them did it in isolation. We had Bear McCreary, his first year violinist, Paul Cartwright, who's an amazing violinist and an incredible dude. And he did an entire string section himself at his home studio. We had Jesse Malloy, who's the saxophonist for Panic at the Disco. He did a horn section. John Titterington, who plays keys for Father John Misty and is a fierce friend, did Whirly and B3, and he and his dad did trombone and trumpet at their house and sent it in. Wayne Miller did bass, of course. I did an acoustic, he laid down an acoustic. I think he did shaker. I think he did he turned this thing into an actual track. Christopher Ray put down, of course, some incredible buchla and pads. AJ Novak built this thing from the ground up. I gave him a piano and vocal, and he set the stage for the entire track by laying down some kick-ass beats. Who else am I? James Bowen. James Bowen gave us he created the first layer of textures that set the tonality of the entire song. And then we pulled in 85 different voices from Texas, from New York, from the UK, from New Zealand, from Australia, from South Africa, from all over. Canada even. And we made a song. And I think we started something more than just a song. And of course, mixed by John Spiker. I think he was mixing that in between mixing a movie. He was like, yeah, I'll do your project real quick. And made it, we're damn proud of that song. So if you haven't heard it yet, it's on YouTube. Breathe, Window to the Abbey, Abbey, Window to the Abbey. Somebody, I don't know if you can drop a link in here or not, but in that cover photo, my wife shot with her back up against the closet in here, with me sitting down at this piano right here, looking out that window. And then Emily, I'm sorry if you're watching, I blanked on your name. She did an incredible lyric video. I was like, hey, can you just do a very simple lyric video so people, and I thought I was just gonna have like follow the bouncing ball lyrics on the bottom, and she did this beautiful artistic representation of the lyrics. So thank you for supporting it on iTunes. That's great. It's on Spotify, it's on Google Play, it's on wherever you can get music. I just wanted this song out there. There's more music coming. Like I said, I want to tell stories. I want to talk to people. I want to know their stories. I want to make music. I want to share music. I just want to play some games, y'all. I want to play games that I've been in, games that I haven't been. I don't want it to have to be like this narrow of games. It's like, because that's not the way that you play. You're playing either what's out, that just came out, or you're playing something that you never played before, and as gamers, we jump back and forth between games. And I don't want it to be like, now we have to play this, and now this is going to be the thing. It's just, we're going to play what we're going to play. Honestly, the first thing I want to do, I want to play some GTA. I want to sit back, probably on this couch right here, and look up at my TV and zone out and play some GTA and have fun and cause havoc. And I miss that. That's what I want. And then of course we're gonna do music. And then of course we're gonna have serious conversations, and we're gonna have fun conversations. Fired up. What's a Lego party? I feel like if I Google that, it's gonna lead me down a path that I don't want to go down. Aaron. So I can't, this sucks. I can't release the stems because YouTube, they'll pull it all down. If anybody does a remix, because it's a part of YouTube music, it was if you make it a part of YouTube music and people are able to find it there, but you promise that you're not releasing any stems so that people can do remixes. I was like, well, that's stupid. So blame YouTube. Yeah. Also, doing a remix of a song in 6/8 is really hard. I found out. I have a buddy of mine that's a DJ. He goes, ooh, nah, man, you don't want to do that. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of hard. Animal Crossing, maybe. I don't know, man. I'm afraid I just kind of like go down that rabbit hole of turnips and never come back. Okay, I see that crazy time to be doing interviews right now, but we'll circle back around to that. So stay tuned. I see you, and I recognize that. You're awesome. Trying to fly through these. I always have book recommendations. Any questions that I'm missing here? What you're drinking? Just Perrier with lime. Thank you, David, for dropping that in. Here's the Breathe link. Boom, right there. Can I do that? Can people click on that? Hopefully I'm doing something right. David will tell me if I'm not. Cool, so there's the link. Look on YouTube, Breathe, Window to the Abbey, if that link doesn't work. So there's that. Thank you, David, for that. What else? Yeah, dude. We all make mistakes. It's what makes us human. That and like being 80% water and skin and organs, being bipedal. You're right. Wish I could. Here we go. What's the board with God of War on the background? So this right here was a gift from Sony Santa Monica, Corey Barlog and the Sony Santa Monica team. It's a scene from Magni and Modi, because I played Magni in that, and Nolan played Modi, and so there's some script there signed by Corey, and it's the game shipped. My God, that was 2 years ago. Yikes, that was 2 years ago. And there's a little still right there of Magni and Modi, so that's what that is. So I've got little shrines here that oh wait, dude, MSG dropping some truth, unity. Community is unity, and for a reason. Damn straight. You can't spell community without unity, and without, yeah. No, I don't like Jacksepticeye. I love Jacksepticeye. Sean is, I love that dude. Sean inspires me. Kelly, going back to Cameo, yes. Thank you for reminding me. I will be doing that very soon. I just needed to kind of have some bandwidth. Dude. Yeah. We don't want to watch, we want to live it. Damn. Yes, that's why we're with you. Nobody wants to just watch. Let's live this. My God, it's awesome. Yeah, you guys feeling this? This shit's gonna hit different, y'all, for real. Oh wait, is everything backwards? Here's a question for you guys. And here's probably what we're gonna do on YouTube. How do I flip this? Because this is driving me crazy, the fact that this is backwards. Right? How supportive have your family and friends been through all this? Yo, like, carrying me through this. Are you kidding me? I've got an incredible support group. And I don't operate in a vacuum. I operate by counsel. Yeah. So I really rely on people to help guide me and I bounce things off people. Conversation is everything for me. Here we go. What else? You guys are flying through the questions. How can we be involved? First musician. What ideas can help you and what actually you're looking forward to feel? Okay, cool. Great question. How can we be involved? First of all, just spread the word. If there's other people, look, I'm not looking for like-minded people. I want people that challenge my thoughts, that challenge my beliefs, that challenge my feelings, that challenge my knowledge. That's what I want. I don't want to find a bunch of people that just agree with me. I would much rather find someone go, I totally disagree with you, and let's get into it. Let's have a conversation about that. That to me interests me. So the only thing that I feel is a commonality for this community is people that really just want to talk about something. There'll be plenty of time, trust me, that it's like, let's just turn our brains off, let's listen to some music, let's play some games. But as far as the conversation aspect goes, true podcast comes, it's like, I want to have conversations with people that I walk away going, dude, it's not going to be about me piling through my famous friends. This is going to be about, you never heard of this person, but by the end of this conversation, you're going to know exactly why they were on this podcast. That's the kind of stuff it could be the guy that works at the grocery store. I want to know their story. I want to know just I want to find passionate people, not famous people. But how you can be involved, we're building the framework for that. And as soon as we're ready to talk about that, then we can launch that. Cool. All right, I'm trying to go through these questions. Are you excited for people to play The Last of Us Part 2? You have no idea. Can't contain my excitement. Whew. Get to here June 19th. Hey, dude. There's a buddy. Thank you, Jeff. Well done, brother. As you evolve as a man, a professional, a father, fears change, fears get overcome. What else did you say here? Cut off. What's currently on the chopping block? What's... Jeff, you're a brilliant man. Jeff Shine, guys, if you don't know who Jeff Shine is, you should. The man is an amazing talent. And he's one of those, he's the kind of person that, like, we would be on set together. He plays our Captain America in the Avengers game. And he and I would sit at lunch and just get into it. Like, that's the kind of dude. He's like an old 57 Chevy. You just want to pop up the hood and see what's going on underneath. He's a good dude. Good dude. By the way, you're hearing my stool, by the way. If I fart, I'd own it. Here we go. There's a great question. It's kind of off subject, but hey, tangents. Chris, do you suggest us to play Last of Us Part 1 again before Part 2? I always suggest that people play Last of Us. If it's been... I've played it 4 times. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. If... I would play right before. Like... You're not going to be burned out on it. Play right before and then start Part 2. Or you could even, if you wanted to, you could just do the whole trilogy. I don't know. I think if you haven't played Left Behind, that game adds so much weight to the first game. I would know as much story going in as you can to Part 2. That's what I would say. Boom. Boom. Not a question, just telling you what a great person you are, UPS driver here. Are you my UPS driver? Are you my UPS driver? Because you're fucking cool, dude. I think that's who you are. That would be awesome if you were. I've got a great UPS driver, and he has been to my house a lot lately. He's dropped off more gear, more boxes, and he hustles. So if that's you, thanks, man. I appreciate you, dude. You're awesome. That would be super cool if he was watching me. I'll find out soon if that was him. I'm sure I got more packages coming. Have you watched any anime? Heck yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? You challenging my nerd card? Here's a cool question. Maybe we'll get into this tomorrow. How long did it take you to make the revisited version of My Religion? We can talk about this tomorrow as well, but it happened in stages. So My Religion, I was in Kansas City, and I was in my hotel room, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to play My Religion live on just acoustic. And I was like, this doesn't work. And I had my phone, and I had a capo, and I changed the tuning of the guitar so that it was capo 2, and I started playing it, and I did like this kind of like kind of Mumford and Sons-ish vibe to it. And I think I put in there, what did I call it? It was like My Religion Bluegrass version or something like that. It was something weird in the notes on the phone. And then I sent that to Wayne, because we had talked about doing an album together. And I was like, how do you feel about this? Because Wayne also played on the Sitting in the Fire record. I was like, how do you feel about this? And he goes, dude, that's the song we should do right now. I was like, okay, so what if we just remix this song and did that? I was like, well, then what if we also just kind of did some remixes of Sitting in the Fire. So that was kind of what started us doing that. And so he did a remix of What We Lost in the Fire, which is incredible. And then Rob King, who recorded, engineered, and mixed Sitting in the Fire, did a remix that sounds like Daniel Lanois got a hold of What We Lost in the Fire. John Titterington did a dope remix of Afterglow. And then Jesse Malloy, played saxophone on Breathe, did the jam. He did Apparition, and it's just like this fucking when the beat drops mix. It's dope. And so we did all that, and I was like, we should do a full album together, and I started making new songs. So My Religion was the first time that John Titterington, AJ Novak were a part of it for sure, and we all crammed into this little house studio in Atwater Village, I think, or Echo Park, and in one day we cut that song. Bowen played acoustic on C. Ray's 47 Gibson. I think it was 1947 Gibson that he proudly said he had never changed the strings on. Stories, y'all. It's the shit I'm talking about. Here we go. An Alchemist, I feel like I don't know. I feel like going through the questions is better because then I can pose them. So maybe the question's here. Are you excited to finally play Last? Say hi to Brazil, Diacho. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like probably said a bad word. Yo, that's an interesting thing. If you play GTA 5, call Ned Luke. Ned Luke and I had an amazing... He's a good dude. Funny story, I played a show in New York for my birthday, and it was a super small club, and it was me, James Bowen, and we had this incredible violinist in New York that played with us. And so it was just us three doing some little acoustic set or whatever, and it was packed. Cassie Wynn, you were there. I think you were standing outside though because you couldn't get in. And then there was like this little balcony up top, and there were these yahoos that were up there that just probably were too drunk and didn't care about a dude in a hat with an acoustic playing these songs, whatever. They were just there, and they were making a lot of noise. And Ned was up there with my wife, and he was kind of sat in the back and he's chill. And imagine that voice, right? And GTA 5 had just come out. So Ned, these guys are talking and basically heckling me through the whole thing. And Ned gets right between them and he goes, "Hey guys, if you don't shut up, I'm going to throw you over this balcony." And he shut up for the rest of the whole thing. They were like, and if those guys were gamers, it was like, Michael just came up behind us and he's going to kill us. It was so great. He's a kind, gentle father, but he's a fierce friend. You know what I mean? And we've done karaoke in New York together, which that guy tears it up on the karaoke floor, man. So yeah, if we do GTA, I would love to have Ned on there for sure. That boy's a boy. What's your favorite? Hey, thank you for existing. Favorite quarantine activity? Dude, I love going on walks with my family. I love going on walks with my boy. Here's what I'll say. I never noticed how many palm trees were in our neighborhood until Traveler, because he's fascinated by them and he points them out to me. And I think I have a tendency to be looking down at the ground, be looking at my phone, and what he reminds me to do is to look up and take notice of the things that we've lived in this neighborhood for almost 5 years. And I now notice every palm tree because he saw them. So he's allowed me to see the world in a completely different way. And even when we're driving down the road or wherever, he'll go, "Palm tree, tall palm tree, tall palm tree." I'll just point him out. So yeah, he's realigned my perspective and my focus. So maybe I think going on our walks is our favorite. We have sidewalk chalk, and we have like this little square that we'll walk a lot of times. And so we've written the alphabet around our neighborhood. And so We can even say like, where are you at? What letter are you at? It was like, we're at L. Like, cool, I know which way to go around to kind of come meet you. But we call it our ABC walk because we've got the letters of the alphabet, and he knows the entire alphabet, by the way. Kid's a genius. Kid's an absolute genius. He can count to 10 in almost every, like in English, French, and Spanish. Genius. Genius, genius, genius. Here we go. What else? Weep. Dude, when will you be on Brian Deckert's stream? I think they announced that. They're doing their Telltale Batman. And when they finish it up, I'm going to be a part of that as well. I think in June, whenever they finish that. So yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I didn't put that picture up or that question up, but Dorian Gray is a dog. Didn't know I was gay before you. Hey man, I'm glad I could give you the strength and the courage to come out. Appreciate you guys. Tips on how to deal with getting spoiled. Really bummed right now. Oh, dude. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Look, if you think that game could be spoiled by a couple screenshots, really? A studio with 30 plus years of development, with so many awards under their belt, they can't even put them all in one trophy closet or trophy. Yeah, they have a more established pedigree than any other studio I can possibly think of. They've been around and producing award-winning blockbuster crazy games for 3 decades. And this is the most biggest, ambitious game they've ever done. You really think that experience could be undone by a couple screenshots? I think 6 years of development could be undone by that. It's a game. It's a game. You have to experience it. All I'll say about that. Bam. So, dude, Adventure Time and Lad, buddy, chill. It's gonna be okay. I did a voice in Modern Warfare. I think I died in the first 5 minutes. I was just happy to be in a COD. You are noticed. There you go. Here's a great question though. What do you think about playing Joel on an HBO show if you were able to? I wouldn't want to do it. I think what that show needs is to show you something new about the characters in the world that you've never seen before. Otherwise, you could just play the game, right? So I'm more excited about a completely different version of Joel and a completely different version of Ellie and learning something new about those characters. That's what I want more than anything to come out of that. But I can tell you this, I trust Craig Mazin and I trust Neil Druckmann. So boom. What are my tattoos? Which one? I've got, as soon as quarantine is up, I cannot wait to support local artists and tattooists because those people have been so impacted by this. That's all you do. And we're talking everyone from small to big. And it's like, I can't do that. And I had a session lined up literally 2 days after quarantine happened. And he was like, I'm sorry, I've been waiting months to get in with this guy too. He's the same guy that did My Monkey. He also did Where Iron Becoming Steel. My guy has done, this is a different dude who's done like 8 of these. I've Traveler's First Heart Rate. This is a take on the Hegelian dialectic. Telling y'all, if you don't like big words, if you want to learn some new words, we can get into that. But if you don't like big words, I use big words. And one day I'll tell you the story of why, and you'll understand. So this thing I love right here. This is Thesis, which is my perspective, antithesis, which is your perspective, and together we can find a bigger perspective. And the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So get to the solution fast. That's what this means. Boom. And then I've got just a bunch of other stuff. Did you listen to metal? Before you were born, brother, before you were born. What else? Boom, boom, boom. Fast respect for you, my guy. Fast respect for you, my person. I love the fact that there's still all these people that are hanging in here. Boom, 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 boom. My gosh, you guys are. This is why. This is why I feel like we need to do it in a different format, because I can't. I want to get through all these questions, and I simply can't. Also, this is an hour. I'm exhausted in the coolest way. These are flowers. These are from my peeps at Filthy Casual. Speaking of supporting local artists, these guys are awesome. Super small company, 2 dudes that make incredible shirts, quality shirts. They're 2 artists, and this is what they do. This is their passion gig. That's why you always see me wearing them, is because I first of all, they fit me great. I love their shirts, but I also love supporting them. Go support them. Buy everything they make, because what you're doing is you're helping fund their art. Mike is a game designer and game creator that makes kick-ass games. And then just go, you'll find out about them. They're awesome. So yeah, support Filthy Casual. And they make fucking great shirts. They're dope. And their joggers are the best joggers I've ever had. They come in 2 colors, or 3 colors now: black, cream, and why am I talking about this? This is the crazy black, cream. You're welcome, guys. And this kick-ass camo that are awesome. Maybe I'll wear those tomorrow. Yeah. Josh, there's no way you didn't make it say all. Anyone that says this is my all-time favorite movie has only seen one movie. Scaldy Panda, are you wearing a Filthy Casual hat? Of course you are. Yeah, man. Are you working on a next-gen game? Yeah, shout out to Filthy Casual, for real. So that's the other thing, is I want to be able to... There's a lot of people... I've been trying to make this in a time zone friendly thing where people can kind of... not have to worry about missing it, and what's the worst game? Binary Domain, in my opinion. Terrible game. Such a great premise. I was in it. The bad game. So there you go. But I want to give you guys the opportunity to kind of hang on to it for longer than 24 hours. So Danny Cross, thank you so much. Man, there's so many good people on that. I'm glad, my beautiful idiot. You're so awesome. You're so supportive, and I really appreciate you being here. Dude, Me Rock. Yeah, we'll get into that tomorrow for sure. I just got this new Warm Audio 251 microphone, and it is chef's kiss. It is so good. Oh, Cable Guy? Did I miss a Cable Guy thing? Ooh, I want a Cable Guy. Singapore? Dude. Thank you for the love. Will you play Far Cry 4? Yeah, dude. We could get into that. We could just do the story missions, or do you want to go... Because we could spend 80 to 100 hours in that game, doing all the quests and everything. My gosh. Do you have a fedora collection, Kelly? I do, and they are very happy. I actually got a card from the president of Gorin Brothers, just like, hey, dude, thank you. And it may have been like, you need to stop. Here's a cool question. How do you prepare for voice acting? You don't. you can prepare for acting, and then you can end up just using your voice. But I think if you just kind of go in, it's very reductive in thinking and very, very, very narrowing. There's my hands. We just talked about this yesterday. I did a cool thing for One Voice over in the UK. They had their little conference. I don't mean little as a pejorative. It was just they little. I'm from Texas. Anyway. And I said that's an interesting word that you use, that you say prepare as opposed to rehearse. So I always try to be prepared and never be rehearsed. And by doing that, it's always making sure that I'm familiar with the content that I'm dealing with, whether it be the script. And then I have conversations with the creatives. So that's dealing with the directors, dealing with the writers, and making sure that I understand who this character is. Mickey Rourke had a great phrase. He said that the dialogue is the last thing I worry about, because if it's written right and I understand the character, the words should just fall out of me. If they don't, we have a problem. Because one of the two doesn't understand the character. And I want to make sure that I understand the character as much, or if not more, than the writer and the director, but never thinking that I know more about the character than the writer and the director. So I've had that conversation before too. Did you listen to the Russian dubbing of your game characters? No. Should I? Neil had a great perspective on this. He was like, I'm not going to, because I asked him, are you going to direct, for the localization? He's like, no, because I don't understand. He goes, I don't speak those languages, so I'm not going to, I'm going to trust those people that understand it better. And I was like, great, good dude. Do you find more joy from being creative or being a conduit for another's creativity? Lucy Rose Gangles. My gosh, I'm just processing the framework of what you just asked. Do you find more joy from being creative or being a conduit for another's creativity? Oof. Is it a punt to say that I gain different satisfaction from both? That's a great question. This is the shit that I'm talking about. Can I throw parts on your thing? I find satisfaction in playing and creating stuff, and because I have to. It is like letting out a burp. I have to get it out. It wells up within me, and if I don't, then it hurts. So I have to get that out. So creating for myself satisfies a very small amount. I do love just sitting and playing, and or writing, or even just I love the art of acting and creating, right? But what I love most is collaborating with people, and for me to just sit here and make something isn't as satisfying as what we did with Breathe. It's like, can you take this and make it even better? And just even the process, to where when you finally set that thing free and it's done, it's kind of like, well, now what? I want to do more of that. But I think by and large, if I had to choose, if someone said you can only do one or two things, I would probably choose to be a conduit for someone else's creativity, and to see if I can, if by that you mean help people create. Because yes, I would much rather, if I could never create again, I would much rather help people create. I hope that answers your question, because it was a great question. All right, we got a few more minutes. Any tips for learning guitar? Pick it up and play every day, at least an hour. These will hurt. They will hurt. Start on acoustic. If you're just starting, start on an acoustic. The strings are fatter, which makes them more easier to identify. I have calluses on all four of my fingers, permanently. And that's the way that it should be, because once you build up the calluses, it doesn't hurt as much. But you should play for an hour every day, run your scales, be able to do your chromatic or your Dorian modes or whatever. Just run scales, because it'll teach these guys how to operate independently. And that's the biggest part. And play for an hour every day without fail. It's just like, treat it like you have to do anything else. Just play, and you will get better. It's the whole tipping point thing. 1,000 hours and you can master anything. Oh, dude. A. Salvatore. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is a way to be involved beyond just throwing money at it. If that is something that we need, you guys will absolutely be a part of that. I would love to incorporate you guys as much as we can. So thank you for being a part of that. That really means a lot to me. Thank you for not just wanting to support with likes and clicks and stuff like that, but also with your time and with your energy. That means a lot to us. Few more minutes here. Do you prefer meeting fans at events or meeting them at random? Both, again, I feel like I'm punting, but I want to answer this properly. Both of those satisfy two different things. The reasons why I do cons is because the hardest thing for me to do is just say thank you. Because a lot of times my ego will get in the way, and it comes across as, this is what I had to learn. I would play a show or I would do something and someone would come up to me and go, oh, that was great. And I would go, no, man, you know, I was off here. Oh, I didn't really like the writing in that, or whatever. And what I was unintentionally doing was telling that person, my opinion means more than yours does. Because they said it was good and I said it wasn't. I was trying to be humble. But really all I needed to do was go, thank you. We worked really hard on that. Thank you. And allow that person and respect that person enough to let them have their own opinion. So going to those shows, and then also big events like that, allow the proper framework to, is like, you know exactly where to come, how long I'm going to be there, and we can have this focused interaction. So I feel like a lot of times that's something that is beneficial and more conducive to having those kind of interactions. Meeting fans at random is kind of just for me, because it's like, dude, you interrupted my day, and I'll be at the grocery store. Someone's like, dude, I love Last of Us. I'm like, holy crap, people like that. That means the world to me. But I always feel like it's like, now what do we do here? But it's always fun if I'm at somewhere like, especially if they play it off very cool and we have this entire exchange, and at the end of it they're like, hey, before you go, can I just get a picture? I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, man, I'm a huge fan. I'm like, what? So those are fun too. But both satisfy different things. Look, this right here is what I want this thing to be. It's a conversation. This is a shitty show, but it's a great conversation. And it's a conversation that I want to continue. It's a conversation that I want to bring others into. It's a conversation that I want you to be a part of. And again, what I said earlier, if that's what you're here for, if that is what you're looking for, and if that is the kind of community that you want to be a part of, then let's get into it. Thank you for spending this part of your Saturday with me. I genuinely mean this, and I don't even have to qualify by saying that. I look forward to this time all week. No matter what my week has been, I look forward to it. So thank you for giving me an ear, and for giving me a space, and giving me something to look forward to. I really appreciate that. More soon. I would love for you guys to join me tomorrow as well for Stripe Sock Radio, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p. Eastern, 10 p. BST. I just learned what that was, British Summertime. So, cool. I'm gonna go get some lunch. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. stay safe, stay healthy, and stay connected.